The Lord be with you. Now we're coming to the end of this academic year here at St. Catherine's College. There's a few weeks to go anyway, and you have seen a lot of college and tutor worships in that time. So we're going to remind ourselves of some of the things that we've been talking about and how they should affect the way we think and act. Often in either college or tutor worships, we look at different awareness days, weeks or months. These will concentrate on particular themes so that we can focus our attention on them, understand them better, and learn something. In the past academic year, we've set aside college and tutor worships for mental health days, including stress awareness, LGBTQ+ month. We've discussed Black History Month with some of our pupils. We look at ecological issues, Holocaust Memorial Day, anti-bullying, British Science Week, as well as celebrating festivals such as Advent, Ash Wednesday and Easter. And we've also thought about spirituality and prayer. We talk about news, both locally and internationally, sport, our shared values, and many other things as well. The more we do this, the more we will understand the realities of this world, the issues people face, the differences and similarities between us, the diverse nature of our societies, and the need to have a broad understanding and appreciation of humanity. This is with a view to getting out of our small worlds of self and into the bigger world of other people's experiences beyond our own. And we do this all from a perspective that values each individual as well. So we look at our school values a lot. And one of our school values is responsibility, which looks beyond ourselves to how we can understand and live with others in a way that benefits them. We have also been looking at how we can understand spiritual development, and our definition includes a respect for knowledge as well as insight and reason, an awareness and understanding of our own and other people's beliefs, a love for ourselves as well as others and our environment, and a set of shared values and principles. One of the principles that we often mention, which sums up a lot of what we value here at St. Catherine's, is linked to the Bible verse where Jesus says, "Do to others as you would have them do to you." So we think, who am I? How do I want people to treat me? How then should that affect how I treat others? This is what we're about as a school, and it's how we seek to treat each other. We think about such issues as mental health or ecological issues from the perspective that they affect individual people. Mental health issues affect individuals, not just people out there in general. Ecological issues affect real people as well. They will affect others in different parts of the world, and they will also affect us. So whatever we look at, we think about it from the perspective that people are involved. People like me and you, who think like me and you. We never lower the bar when it comes to other people's worth and value. Otherwise, we end up lowering the bar for ourselves and how they value us. We've thought about this in relation to the word love and how the Bible describes love in very specific ways, using words that we can apply to ourselves if we want to work out how we're doing. Take a look at this. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor. It is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs, does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth, always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Here is that verse with some blank spaces where you can put your name. It enables you to see if these words that describe love apply to the way we treat others, because they are certainly the ways that we want to be treated. So just spend a few moments putting your name in the blanks and see how this applies to you. So it means we look at issues from the perspective that each of us is infinitely loved. Ultimately, love is about relationships, knowing people, understanding them, listening to them, and treating them with respect. Thinking ahead, in a college worship later this month, we'll focus on Refugee Week. For different reasons, people have to leave their homes and seek safety elsewhere in the world. Often, they have to leave quickly with very few possessions. Now, this is a hugely disruptive thing for them, and we will be trying to understand some of the issues involved and how this affects real people who think and feel like you and me. Last November, we celebrated Black History Month, and we spoke to pupils about their experiences of life in school and outside school. We wanted to hear their voices, so we could hear what they thought and felt about issues that directly affect them. And we did this to increase our knowledge, understanding, and respect. Listen to a bit of what they said. What can change people's attitudes about race?
Punishment is a short-term solution, but not long-term.
Exactly.
Also, punishment increases to I don't think it increases hate, because I feel like punishment
just makes them angry.
Makes it worse.
this person has got me in trouble. I'm going to continue to not like them and continue to be racist or think about them in a certain way. Whereas if you were to okay, you said this, we're going to educate you. You shouldn't have said that. These are the reasons why, and they explain context and history.
You can't treat it like it's just another behavioural problem.
Exactly. So racism is different to behaviour, because behaviour is not really, it's the way you act, whereas racism is the way you think and the way you speak.
Yeah.
It's also Pride Month in June. We think about this month in the same way as we approach other awareness days, weeks or months. We are thinking people. Here we're talking about many people known to us. We may be thinking of you. You may be thinking of yourself. We think of those who are friends and colleagues, about the many who have made and continue to make a huge contribution to our society in the past and the present, and will do in the future. In a previous college worship, we were thinking of sports people, actors, writers, musicians, designers. Do you remember that long list of famous people we read out in LGBTQ+ History Month? Take another look.
Celebrities today are outwardly showing and celebrating their queer identities, including singers Lil Nas X, Ollie Alexander, Frank Ocean, Sam Smith, Kim Petras, Billie Eilish, and Miley Cyrus. We also know actors such as Neil Patrick Harris, Kristen Stewart, Bella Ramsey, Noah Schnapp, Yasmin Finney, Joe Locke, and Kit Connor, and sports people such as racing driver Charlie Martin, footballers Josh Cavallo and Beth Mead, and Olympic diver Tom Daley. We are seeing a lot more progress in culture, with better representation in film, TV and music, as well as proud allies across sport and media, as reflected in campaigns such as using rainbow laces in football.
Pride Month is here. We are thinking about it now. We're thinking about people whose lives are of infinite importance and value, who in this month and others will be celebrating, along with many allies, who they are in cities all around the world. So do to others as you would have them do to you is a Bible verse well worth having at the front of our minds every time we meet someone, talk about others, refer to those who are different from us, or when we look at any group of people who are part of the diversity of this world. We think about this verse in our school, in our families, and in the way we view this world. It's important because this world is hugely diverse. Each of us, in some way or another, is unique. Here are some examples of diversity. There is diversity in culture, age, race, religion, sex, gender, sexual orientation, physical abilities and qualities. But the Bible verse about love, about how we treat each other as we would want to be treated, plus the belief for some that we are made in God's image, means that each of us is of enormous value. So for our reflection, nice and simple, do you treat others as you would want to be treated? and a prayer to close with. Do join me if you'd like to. Dear Lord, help us love as we want to be loved, treating people with respect, and doing to others as we would want them to do to us. Amen.